Okay, today is Memorial Day. So it's obviously quite a solemn day to remember all those who gave their lives for our freedom. On a less somber note, it's windy again, as usual. It's like 86 degrees right now. So I got holes in the ground for where the onions and celery are gonna go. And then I figure on this inside of this little strip between the hose and this row of peppers is where I'm going to try to put carrots. So I've already got some fertilizer in these holes here. But yeah, you can see my row's not straight. I started like errantly following. I started following this hose and it's not straight. And I just stood back and made sure. Because now I don't really want to go and rebury it, but I think it's okay. It'll probably bug me at some point because the rest of everything's fairly straight, but plants don't grow straight anyways, as you can tell by some of these tomatoes. And the wind keeps trying to knock them down. I swear, I have one over there that's like leaned up against a milk jug because it's nearly bent in half. So I'm gonna have to get some sort of ties out here and probably tie it to the fence already. I hope you can hear with this wind because I know every time I go to edit these it's annoying. I have to cut out so much because of the wind, but hopefully most of it will be able to stay in. Also, we will be planting brassicas today. Jake and Gabby got this filled, which is quite a huge deal. It was quite an undertaking. It took them several loads from the cart from over on that side of the yard, and now they just got to go and get the rotted straw, and we're just going to put stakes in here and then put our little mesh stuff over the top to keep out those stupid white butterflies, the cabbage looper guys. And we'll have good broccoli and kale. It's not too hot for them, but I might be able to figure out a shade cloth or something if it gets to be too much. We'll see. So these are our victims for the day. So we got the kale and broccoli over there, we got the celery right here, and our little thing of onions. We don't eat a lot of onions in this house, so it's kind of like, you know, a trial more or less to see if I can get Jake to like onions. He hates them. But sometimes when you grow your own, it changes your mind on some things. Here's the poured sweet potatoes with the empty hole where the rotten one was. That's where I poured water so it could just kind of seep through. I mean, I didn't do it while the potato was in there, but if I do this again next year, I'll make sure that I plant with the little tin with holes poked in it so that the water can actually escape. This does not have any holes because it was in my spare room under grow lights and I didn't want to have it leaking everywhere. So that was kind of my fault. There's no way to get air. The water had nowhere to go. So I think that's what caused it to rot. You can see this one's like rotten. I'm gonna take these guys out and start getting them planted in their little holes. And we'll see how many holes we need versus how many holes we have. Alright, I'm still working on this. I got the onions in the ground. I had to turn the water off for a little bit because it was filling some of these holes like little lakes, so I had to turn it off to let it drain out a little bit. And since I don't have enough room to just do a straight row, I had to kind of zigzag them in. And so I'm going to be doing that for all of these. And then I'm going to go around with this elastic string and tie up some of these tomatoes. They're not really close enough to really reach, but some of them are really taking a beating from the wind. So any amount of tying that I can do to help support them is what I'm going to do. And Jake's in the garage right now cutting stakes to go in that box. They did get the rotted straw and they put that in there I think about 3 inches deep or so. And then we'll dig holes, backfill with a little bit of composted manure and some fertilizer, and then we will get our brassicas in. So pretty exciting stuff happening. Well, exciting to me. I'm pretty excited. Okay, now all of the celery and all of the onions are in the ground. I'm just letting this hose just kind of fill this dirt. Some of them are going to be really flooded, and others will just kind of have to get their water by proxy. Just hope that the water kind of seeps into them. Unfortunately, this guy will probably get some water because it seems to be filtering down in. I don't know, maybe he will. Otherwise, I have to turn this other one on, which runs from that side on. The one that's on now also is hitting these tomatoes. So after a little while, I'm just gonna switch them because it's pretty dry and windy and hot today. Dang it, whenever I grab it and if I hit a button on here, it stops recording. But yeah, I'm gonna just have to adjust this water the best I can. It's not perfect. Like I said, as soon as I can afford to get like drip irrigation, that'd be a lot better. All right, finally got the last project of the day done. Got the brassicas in. We just did 9, so 3 per each section. They look a little rough right now. I'm really hoping that they'll pick up, but everything's enclosed. Hopefully we'll not have any trouble with those little cabbage loopers this year. That would be really super cool because I had a hard time eating the broccoli last year after soaking them and getting all the worms off. I just couldn't get the worms out of my brain. So hopefully this year I won't have to worry about it. So I'm really happy with that. The green isn't the most beautiful thing, but you know, it's super cheap. Hopefully you can hear this with the wind going again, as always. And it seems like no matter which way I face, the wind starts blowing the right way just to block off the microphone. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited with that. We worked pretty hard. I got the celery and onions planted today. I still have to do zucchini by seed and carrots by seed. But then after that, we have potatoes and sweet potatoes to do. So, and then we'll be done. Stinking wind. I'm gonna just give up now. Hopefully you could hear most of what I said. I have no idea. But anyways, all right. Well, thanks for watching.